Marriage, one of the most ancient and universal traditions in human history. It is more than a ceremony, more than a celebration. It is a sacred union of two souls, a commitment to walk through life together, bound by faith, family, and love. Across cultures and religions, marriage is celebrated with beauty, meaning, and ritual. From solemn vows to vibrant festivities, from whispered prayers to joyous songs, every tradition carries the wisdom of generations. Welcome, dear listeners, to the relitalks. Today, we take you on a journey across the world, through mosques, churches, temples, synagogues, and open skies, as we explore marriage ceremonies in different religions. So sit back, open your heart and mind, and let's uncover how humanity celebrates love in its most sacred form. Part 1. Islamic marriage, Nikah. In Islam, marriage is called Nikah. It is both a sacred act of worship and a legal contract. Unlike ceremonies that are ornate and lengthy, the beauty of Nikah lies in its simplicity, clarity, and deep spirituality. The ceremony begins with praise of Allah and Quranic recitations. Passages reminding the couple of love, mercy, and companionship are read aloud. The heart of the Nikah is the ijab and qubul, the offer and acceptance. The groom, in front of witnesses, declares his acceptance of the marriage. The bride, either directly or through her representative, gives her consent. This mutual acceptance is the foundation of the marriage. Then comes the mahr, a gift from the groom to the bride. It may be money, jewelry, property, or even something symbolic. It represents respect, security, and the groom's responsibility toward his wife. Once the contract is signed and witnessed, prayers are offered for a blessed union. Families often follow with joyous celebrations, feasts, music, and gatherings that honor the new couple. For Muslims, Nikah is not just a contract of two individuals. It is the joining of two families, blessed under faith and supported by community. It is simple, yet deeply profound. Part 2. Christian marriage. Now let's move to Christianity, where marriage is regarded as a covenant before God. In most Christian traditions, weddings are held in churches, marked by hymns, prayers, and scripture readings. The ceremony begins with the bride walking down the aisle, often accompanied by her father, symbolizing the giving away of the bride. The centerpiece of the Christian wedding is the exchange of vows. Words like to have and to hold from this day forward for better or for worse, in sickness and in health, until death do us part. These vows capture the essence of lifelong commitment. Then comes the exchange of rings, small circles of gold or silver, symbolizing eternity, with no beginning and no end. The rings remind the couple and the congregation of love that is meant to last forever. In Catholicism, marriage is one of the 7 sacraments. The priest blesses the union, sanctifying it before God. In Orthodox Christianity, crowns are placed on the heads of the bride and groom, representing them as king and queen of their new household. At the end, the officiant declares, "I now pronounce you husband and wife." The kiss that follows seals the vows with love. Christian weddings, whether grand or simple, always reflect the sacred covenant between two souls, guided by faith
This is an emotional
and supported
moment,
by family
symbolizing
and
trust,
trust, respect, and family blessing. Part 3. Hindu marriage. Hindu marriages are among the most colorful and symbolic ceremonies in the world. One of the central moments is the Kanyadan, in which the bride's parents place her hand into the groom's, entrusting her to his care. The most sacred part of the wedding is the Saptapadi, the 7 steps. The couple walks 7 times around the holy fire, each step representing a vow of nourishment, strength, prosperity, family, harmony, long life, and eternal friendship. With each round, they bind themselves not just to each other, but to a shared spiritual path. The groom then ties the Mangal Sutra, a sacred necklace, around the bride's neck, symbolizing protection and marital status. Red and gold colors dominate the event, representing love, fertility, and purity. In Hinduism, marriage is considered a union of souls across lifetimes. It is not just a social bond, but a sacred duty. a partnership to fulfill spiritual and worldly goals together. Part 4. Jewish marriage. Jewish weddings are rich in tradition, joy, and symbolism. The groom places a ring on the bride's finger, saying, "Behold, you are consecrated to me according to the law of Moses and Israel." Prayers and blessings are recited over a cup of wine shared by the couple, symbolizing joy and sanctification. Perhaps the most famous moment is the breaking of the glass. The groom steps on a glass wrapped in cloth, and the crowd shouts, "Mazel Tov," meaning congratulations and good luck. The broken glass reminds everyone of life's fragility, teaching that even in joy, we must remember the struggles of the world. Afterward, music, dancing, and feasting begin. The hora dance, with the bride and groom lifted on chairs, is a joyful highlight. Jewish weddings are both solemn and celebratory, combining ancient law with community joy, sanctifying love through ritual and tradition. Part 5. Buddhist marriage. In Buddhism, marriage is not a religious command, but a personal and social choice. Yet many couples invite monks to bless their union. Buddhist weddings often feature chanting of sacred texts, offerings to the Buddha, and blessings for peace and harmony. In some traditions, the couple lights candles or pours water together, symbolizing the merging of two lives into one. Instead of divine authority, the emphasis is on mindfulness, compassion, and mutual respect. The couple commits to supporting each other on the path to enlightenment with patience, love, and wisdom. Buddhist weddings are simple, serene, and spiritual, focusing on balance and harmony rather than grandeur. Part 6. Sikh marriage Anand Karaj. In Sikhism, marriage is called Anand Karaj, meaning blissful union. It is a joyous spiritual ceremony that takes place in the presence of the Guru Granth Sahib, the Sikh holy scripture. The central ritual is the Lavan, 4 hymns composed by Guru Ram Das. The couple walks around the Guru Granth Sahib 4 times, each round representing a stage of spiritual love and devotion. With each step, their bond deepens, not only with each other, but with God. After the Lavan, prayers and hymns continue, and the couple is blessed with the community's support. Sikh weddings emphasize equality, partnership, and devotion. The couple is not just uniting for worldly life, but walking together on a spiritual path. Traditionally, marriage was seen as a union between 2 families, not just 2 individuals. Red dominates the ceremony, symbolizing happiness, prosperity, and good luck. The bride often wears a red dress, while decorations feature dragons and phoenixes, representing harmony between male and female. One of the most important rituals is the tea ceremony. The couple kneels before their parents and elders, serving them tea as a sign of respect and gratitude. In return, they receive blessings, advice, and gifts. Other customs include processions, firecrackers to ward off evil, and elaborate banquets with symbolic foods. Even as modern Chinese weddings often adopt Western elements like white dresses and rings, traditional values of family honor and respect remain central. Part 8. Indigenous tribal marriages. Around the world, indigenous communities celebrate marriage with rituals deeply connected to nature, ancestors, and community. In many Native American traditions, weddings involve the exchange of blankets, symbolizing warmth and protection, or the tying of hands with cords, from which we get the phrase, tying the knot. In African cultures, ceremonies may include drumming, dancing, and symbolic tasting of 4 elements, sour, bitter, hot, and sweet, to represent the journey of married life. For Pacific Islanders, weddings often involve blessings from elders, chants, and offerings to the spirits of land and sea. In these traditions, marriage is not just personal, it is communal, ancestral, and spiritual, binding not just 2 people, but entire generations. As we have seen, marriage ceremonies differ in rituals, symbols, and customs. Some are elaborate, others are simple. Some focus on divine blessings, others on family ties. But at the heart of all these traditions lies the same truth. Marriage is a celebration of love, unity, and hope. It is about 2 lives becoming one, supported by family, blessed by faith, and guided by tradition. No matter where you go in the world, whether it is a mosque in Cairo, a church in Rome, a temple in Varanasi, a synagogue in Jerusalem, or a tribal village under the open sky, the essence of marriage remains the same: love, respect, and partnership. Marriage is one of humanity's most beautiful traditions, a reminder that no matter our differences, love unites us all. From the sacred vows of Christians to the 7 steps of Hindus, from the Nikah of Muslims to the Lavan of Sikhs, from the canopy of Jews to the blessings of Buddhists, every tradition celebrates love in its own sacred way. Thank you for joining us today on the relitalks. If you enjoyed this journey into marriage ceremonies across religions, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more explorations of faith, culture, and life. Until next time, may your own life be blessed with love, harmony, and endless joy.